Hey everyone, this is Toni Marie Preston and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm just going to give you all a life update because since I relaunched my channel and started making videos again, I haven't really talked much about what's been going on in my life and giving you all really any updates, and a lot has happened. So let's kind of go back to the fact that I was in a Master's of Social Work program, and I started that in 2018, and so I just recently graduated in May of 2020. Seems like a while ago. Time has flown. Like, clearly it's January 2021 now. But yeah, so I graduated in May 2020 and received my MSW from a very well-known school in Chicago. And I actually became the first out Black trans woman to graduate from this program. So I made history, and I was just really happy to have accomplished that, and to just officially be a part of the field of social work. I'm gonna get to kind of like some of my career goals, some things I'm working on, but so yeah, unfortunately, because of the pandemic, I didn't get to have a graduation, and so unfortunately I didn't get to have that moment to walk across the stage, but I did have the opportunity to do a graduation photo shoot, and so that was really great to just have some photos that I can look back on years from now to show my family and my kids, and things like that. Like, this was Toni, when she graduated from her MSW program, and that was just a really great moment. And then after, of course, I graduated, I went right to job hunting, right? Because of course it's like, okay, I've been in school all my life, and that's like, that was my career. My career was school, like being a full-time college student. Like, that's what I did. And so, being that now I have my Master's of Social Work, and, I have this certificate in Human Services Management. I was like, okay, like, let me take these degrees and the certificate and start working in the field. And so, being that I studied organization and community practice, that was my concentration. And for people who don't know, like, organization and community practice is basically a macro based track. And so in social work, we have micro, which is working with individuals and families, and then meso, which is like working within communities, doing community work and doing group work and things like that. And then macro work is doing like large change type of work, so doing policy work, program management, being doing DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion work, different things like that are considered macro social work. Okay, so it's a lot of different, jobs and careers that you can have if you're a macro social worker. And if you all would like me to film a video about that, I'll be more than happy to do that. So definitely leave that down in the comments below if that's something you all are interested in, because usually when you hear social work, people often think like, oh, you want to be a clinician, which is basically like a therapist, or maybe they think of you want to do like be in work for Child Protective Services, CPS. And so, being that that's not the case, I always have to explain to people like what I do now within my current role, because it's a macro based position, but it's also something that like not a lot of people really know about unless they're in the field. But yeah, so I spent months applying for jobs, and of course I got really discouraged because, here I am, a graduate of an MS, I got my Master's of Social Work, and I had planned on securing a position before the pandemic happened. That was my goal, was to have a position secured by the time I graduated. But because of the pandemic, a lot of things, it really affected the job market and things like that. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to secure a position. And so it took me months of applying to different jobs and things like that. And being that my focus is macro, it's a lot more difficult to break into the field. I feel like, than it is for micro social workers or people who are, more clinical focused. But eventually I found a position at a nonprofit organization, and this is a very large nonprofit organization that is a FQHC, a federally qualified health center in the Midwest area, and it's nationally known. And we serve the LGBTQ plus populations, and serve their health needs, and also we address different social determinants of health. So we also have different social services and different programs and things of that nature to kind of provide wraparound services, right? So this was an organization that, like I said, I really wanted to work for, and so I put a lot of work into getting this position. Thankfully, I knew some people who worked in the organization, so they were able to help me out. And so, after a lot of, interviews and things like that, I was offered a position at this nonprofit as a technical assistance specialist. And basically what that is a technical assistance specialist is basically someone who provides training, resources, tools, and assistance to a certain organization, okay? And so, for example, let's say there's a nonprofit who needs technical assistance as it pertains to a program that they have. And so what a technical assistance specialist would do is we would provide them with tools and resources that they need. They would ask us questions, and we would answer those questions and provide them with trainings that would help them to do their job the best way that they can, and just provide them any sort of assistance that they may need to do their job, and do train them on different things that are related to their position, cultural competency trainings, LGBTQ plus affirming care trainings, different things like that. So basically we're addressing staff and managerial needs and concerns, and providing them with the resources, tools, and things that they need in order to serve the populations that they work with. So that's basically kind of what I do. I'm not going to get into too many specifics because I definitely don't want people to find out where I work, but that's kind of basically what I do. And so I started that position December 1st, and so it's been about a month now since I've been in the role, and it's been a great experience. Definitely I think it's a really great start in my career to gain this knowledge and experience at this nonprofit. And I think I'll definitely hopefully have the opportunity to work with different departments and different people within the organization to expand my skill set and utilize my skill set in order to create change. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about collaboration, all about being I'm very eager to receive mentorship and to work on different projects and initiatives with other people in order to create change. And so I'm just trying to develop those relationships and connections to people within my organization and also outside of my organization, because I have my own training and consulting and public speaking business that I have, and so I'm trying to expand that as well. And so yeah, I mean, if you all want me to make a video more specific about my journey expanding my training and consulting and public speaking business, if you want a video on that, just kind of what I talk about with the different topics I talk about, and just how I'm going about this whole rebranding, definitely let me know if you want a video on that. And also if you want any social work related videos, I can talk about my experience as a Black trans woman in a MSW program, or just what it's like to be in an MSW program, what the internship is like, what the coursework is like, all that good stuff, because I've been through it. So that's really it for this update. I'm really just excited to be in this role, and I have a lot of different financial goals and personal and career goals that I have for myself. And I think this is a great start to turning all those dreams into my reality. And so that's about it for this update. Like I said, definitely leave some comments down below what you want to see next on my channel. And make sure you follow me on Instagram at @ToniMarie_, and Facebook, Toni Marie Preston. I have a personal Facebook and a business Facebook page where I post all my speaking engagements and things like that. And yeah, until next time, I will